Publisher journey video of the day for HowExpert. Yesterday, I created my next book, HowExpert Guide to Train Spotting, and today I'm working on my for my next book after that, which is HowExpert Guide to Plane Spotting. I already came up with the title and the subtitle and the description, but I like to make sure using AI that I create the best title, subtitle, and description and table of contents as possible, because it really, when publishing a book, whether it's fiction or non-fiction, I do non-fiction primarily, it really starts from the table of contents. I spend more time probably coming up with the best outline table of contents as possible, because after that, creating the content comes naturally, comes easily. So, I already had a previous table of contents before, but I don't take the first version. I ask AI multiple times over and over again to come up with various table of contents, and then I ask it to compare and contrast each, and then I ask which one is the better one at the end of the day. And by the way, if you want to learn how I'm doing this behind the scenes, using AI to create books from start to finish, click the link below the video, check out my resources, okay? So I make sure, like when I'm using AI, I don't just take the first answer. I ask it over and over again, and I ask it to compare the title, compare the subtitle especially, okay? And compare especially the table of contents. Which one has the best chance of success as a book. So whatever is the best version, I go with that one today. Like, I already had a table of contents for this particular book, HowExpert Guide to Plane Spotting, but I came up with another version that's even more detailed. It's 10 chapters, and it's a lot more detailed than my first version. So yeah, I'm pretty confident that once I get to content creation mode based on this table of contents, the book is going to be solid. It's going to be a 5-star quality book that covers all aspects of this topic in detail. Each chapter has like sub-chapters, and usually I have like 3 to 5 sub-chapters and whatnot, but this one has like 10 sub-chapters, sections per chapter. So it's very detailed, very organized, very structured, covers all aspects of this topic. So stay tuned. It's going to be on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Google, Kobo, and all the platforms out there. HowExpert Guide to Train Spotting is my very next book. After that, I'm working on HowExpert Guide to Plane Spotting. Okay. Yesterday, I published another book, HowExpert Guide to Celebrity Sightings. Okay. The more you publish, the better you get with the process. That's what I've noticed with myself. And just like anything, the more you practice, the more you do, the better you get, So I'm excited. If I'm really, really, really focused, I know I can potentially do a book a day. But at the same time, like, I want to make sure everything's in good quality. As quality control is important as well. So I don't want to rush the process. Currently my pace is about creating and publishing 2 books a week, which average out to about 100 books a year pace in terms of the pace. So I'm pretty excited with that pace. I'm comfortable with that pace right now. The main thing that I gotta do after I publish these books, I got about 5 books in line that I've already planned out. The main thing I gotta do moving forward is I gotta plan out what books I'm gonna do in advance. I think that's really important, because sometimes when I don't plan out the books, I could go back and forth. I notice, even with myself, like, especially because I'm publishing all topics A to Z. So one day I might want to publish this book, and the next day I might not. I might want to do another book, and I'm kind of like in between. So I think it's really important. I'm preaching to myself to plan out the books in advance. I might plan out the whole year in advance. 100 book plan strategy for the entire year, for the next 100 books I work on. So I'm thinking about doing that potentially, because that way I don't have to waste time thinking about, oh, should I do this book? Should I do that book? You know, that's a lot of wasted time and energy and effort, to be honest with you. So one day, after I publish my next 5 books and whatnot, I want to work on my next 100 books in advance. I want to plan it out, covering all core categories, including the core categories, including the, you know, the unique topics and my best sellers and subcategories of these core categories, all topics A to Z moving forward. So I'm pretty excited, and honestly, the more I publish, the better I get. I notice the faster I get better with formatting. I've learned just from this experience just recently, even though I've done publishing for like 10 plus years, I've learned to do better in formatting. You know, do it faster. There's codes that you can use in Microsoft Word to style certain type of content all at once, instead of doing it all one by one like I did back in the days manually. So I'm speeding things up. Potentially, I could do 1 book a day. That's 365 books a year. You know, who knows? You know, but the more I publish, the better I get, the faster I get. And the main thing I want to do is, after I publish the next 5 books or whatnot, I want to plan out my 100-book strategy. You know, I want to cover all bases. My top bestsellers, I want to redo it again, creating new and better books. I want to do my worst sellers as well, books that I did in the past, good topics, but they got like 1-star reviews or whatnot. I want to do justice for those books. And third, I want to do all core categories of life from A to Z. And I want to do all unique topics from A to Z. And I want to cover all types of subcategories for all the core categories from A to Z moving forward. So, yeah, man. And then I want to take a breather a little bit too. I don't want to like publish all day and all night long, because I've noticed as I'm using AI is supposed to like save you time and energy. But if you got a business, and if you know what you're doing, if you have a plan, it's almost like you get more busier using AI, because there's so much things that you can do. You don't have to find a writer per se. There's no downtime. Having AI is having like the best writer next to you, the best researcher next to you, the best editor next to you, the smartest person next to you. Anytime you have a question or you want to create content, AI, the best writer, the best smartest person, is right next to you. So for me, like moving forward, I find myself like I'm having less time in terms of with AI. So another thing I have in mind is like I need to like find a virtual assistant that I can really trust, work for the long run, and delegate to help me speed up this book publishing strategy. Or if I do the content, maybe help with setting it up, formatting. Who knows? I don't know. We'll see. I already have a virtual assistant right now who's doing a good job doing the Amazon ads, and also a little bit of Facebook ads as well. So I may delegate to him. I may delegate to another team member. Who knows? But yeah, as far as right now, I'm doing the content creation. I'm doing the content ideas. I'm coming up with the titles, the subtitles, the ideas, the table of contents, the book description. I'm formatting it, I'm submitting it. And that takes about 2 books a week at that strategy. That's about 100 books a year, you know, at pace. And that's a good pace, I think. But it's important to, I realize, you know, like a lot of entrepreneurs say, it's important to delegate, you know. But the reason why I don't want to delegate is sometimes, like, you know, I've seen other successful authors and publishers, they don't delegate certain things, you know. So we will see. I'll think about it and consider delegating certain things that is taking a lot of my time, but is not the biggest, highest impact. I want to do the high impact activities, like coming up with ideas, even creating the book, because it takes me like a day to do a book, you know, and coming up with the titles and subtitles and description, because once that's done, that's the most important part, I feel like, creating the book. So I want to create the book, but in terms of maybe setting up the book details on the platforms. Once I have the book details, like setting it up, drafting it on all the platforms, I may consider delegating all that. Certain platforms, The main one, Amazon, I'll probably do it myself. The other platforms like Kobo, the less important ones, I may consider delegating. Who knows? We'll see. Because the most important platform is Amazon. So I want to focus on the main, most important activities myself and go from there. So yeah, working on a couple books, and after that I'll do another book on music memorization, and I might do another book after that about world recipes, and then I'll have to plan out my next books in advance. But I'm really thinking about, it's important, I haven't done this, but I want to plan out my next 10 to 50 to potentially 100 plus books that I want to do. That will save me a lot of time and energy and headache and effort wondering, should I do this book? Because if you don't decide and plan it out, what I've noticed is you go back and forth all the time. That's what I've noticed, if you don't have a plan. But if you have a plan, it's easier to just, let's stick to the plan. Just do this, do, and that's it. So I'm gonna have to think about it strategically, plan it out in advance, and then just go gung-ho mode, do, publish. So that's pretty much it for right now. Publisher journey behind the scenes. Thanks for watching the video. If you want to learn more, click the link below the video. Check out my books or my other resources about publishing, such as my course, Done For You service, and other things out there, okay? Thanks for watching. Gotta go. Talk soon, all right? Take care. Bye.